This is Rakesh Mankothari welcomes you on behalf of Physical Edupedia channel. Today we will discuss yoga and lifestyle. Chapter number 3, that is yoga and lifestyle. Today we are going to discuss regarding asana as preventive measures and asana for obesity, its procedure, benefit and contraindications. The first of all, what is yoga? Samatvam yoga uchyate. Sam means same, saman, sambhav. Same in every situation, whether it is pain, whether it is happiness, profit, loss, evenness is termed as yoga. Life and death, evenness in hot and cold, and so on. There are so many definitions of yoga in Gita also, in Vedas also. But yoga, we are here discussing Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. Then after, what is lifestyle? Because the chapter is yoga and lifestyle. Lifestyle is the way of life. Teacher, doctor, engineer, shopkeeper, barber has different lifestyle. The sleep, the eating habits, sleeping habits, that is called lifestyle. Lifestyle as a way of style of living. Different people have the different lifestyle and it impacts on their lifestyle, on their body, the way they cook, the way they eat, the way they live their life, that is lifestyle. So today we will discuss regarding the lifestyle diseases. What are the lifestyle diseases? First of all, we will discuss obesity, diabetes, asthma, hypertension. Today, the most common lifestyle diseases, that is obesity, diabetes, asthma, hypertension and back pain. And how we can prevent these lifestyle diseases? Through asana. Then what is asana? Asana is a body posture. It is the third element of Ashtanga Yoga. We have learnt in previous class, in 11th class, regarding Ashtanga Yoga, Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Asana means, it is written in the Yoga Sutra, Sthiram Sukham Asanam. The posture in which body is still and under rest is known as asana. Asana are very effective for physical, physiological and spiritual, psychological and sociological development. As a preventive measure, more recently studies have provided evidence that asana improve flexibility, strength and balance to reduce stress and condition related to it, and specifically to alleviate some diseases such as asthma and diabetes. One remarkable aspect of asana is anyone can practice in it. One can adjust the level and the intensity depending on the age and the capacity. Whenever individuals roll out their yoga mat and twist their bodies in different poses, dear student, they are also reaping countless health benefits that we will discuss here. You can find the pattern of question in CBSE examination or in the half yearly examination or in the pre-board. We will discuss today this also, how the enlist the lifestyle related diseases. We have discussed obesity, diabetes, asthma, hypertension and back pain. How can they be prevented with the help of asana and yoga? It can be prevented. How? We can write, if it is a 5 mark question, 5 points here. Maintaining weight, endocrine function normalize, respiratory regulates body flow, proper alignment of spine, Maintaining body weight, it is for obesity. Endocrine, D, for diabetes. Respiratory efficiency increases for asthma. Regulates blood flow, hypertension. Proper alignment of spine, it is for back pain. By practicing asana regularly, it burns excess fat of the body and hence it maintains healthy weight. So we can reduce obesity through practicing asana. Dear student, endocrine function normalize means insulin. Diabetes occurs due to either the pancreas not producing enough insulin or the cell of the body not responding properly to the insulin produced. By practicing asana regularly, it helps to stimulate and regulate pancreas to produce insulin, which helps to maintain glucose level in the body. So asana helps to maintain, to control diabetes. Asthma occur, this is respiratory efficiency increases. For asthma occurs due to narrowing of trachea, due to which oxygen supply to the lungs and the body is compromised. Asana helps in maintaining the trachea wide open, increase the lungs capacity and blood flow to lungs. And the next one is regulates blood flow. Yogasana always regulate the blood flow in the body and help to maintain a constant blood pressure. And for this back pain, dear student, through practicing of asana, it correct the alignment of spine and thus improve posture and help in reducing back pain. Correct posture relieves the back pain as spine strengthened up. We can present this question in different ways also. We can write the 5 points like physical benefit, physiological benefit, psychological benefit, sociological benefit and emotional benefit. The question is, how can they be prevented with the help of asana? We can write here the 5 points, or we can write here, we can present it differently also. Emotional benefit, we can write in physical benefit, psychological and physiological, that it helps to coordinate in the body, coordinate, it improves the coordination of the body, increase or maintain the pulse rate decreases, cardiovascular efficiency increases, consumption of O2 increases, mood improves, anxiety and depression decreases, self acceptance and self actualization, sleep improves, immunity increase, and in social adjustment, respect, moral values increase, attention increase, environmental friendly. When we do asana in open area, we love to nature. So many points we can explain in these 5 points. So we can present it differently also. Now, because we have discussed what is yoga and lifestyle. Here you can see asana plays an important role to improve the skeletal system, muscular system, brain, channelize the energy, respiratory, cardiovascular, nervous system, digestive, excretory, eyes. Through asana, we can improve this system and it helps to reduce the lifestyle related disease. We can present it this type of also the biological, it helps in biological, genetical, physical health and fitness, diseases state, psychological, social, spiritual. Asana helps to become a good well-being. So dear student, we can present it differently. Now we will discuss about the obesity. What is obesity? Nowadays obesity has become a problem for the whole world. Obesity is a condition in which the amount of fat in the body increase to a very large extent. If a person is having BMI 30 or more than 30, he or she would be considered as obese. In other words, we can say obesity is when a person weight is 20% or more than the ideal weight. Suppose my weight is 70 and I have 20% more than my ideal weight, that is 1484, 20% extra of 70, 84, that means I am obese as per my height. If my height is 5'10", my weight should be between 68 to 74 or 75. So due to obesity, diseases like diabetes, hypertension, cancer, arthritis, etc. are caused. To remove obesity, we should do these postures: Hastasana, Trikonasana, Ardhamatsyendrasana, Vajrasana. Vajrasana, we can do this Vajrasana. What is Vajrasana? We will discuss here the procedure, benefit, and contraindication. So dear student, you must listen carefully. We are going to play a video here in which we will see the procedure, benefit, and contraindications, and it will be asked in the examination point of view. You have to listen carefully the procedure. What will be the procedure, benefits, and contraindications?
Vajrasana. This asana should be performed in a meditating pose. While performing this asana in a meditating pose, one should keep their eyes closed. To perform this asana, you should first come into the Dandasana pose. For this, you have to sit with both your legs stretched in front of you. Keep your hands close to your pelvis. Be careful that the weight of your body is not on your hands. Now bend your right leg and place it under your right buttock. Then bend your left leg and place it under your left buttock. Make sure that your thighs are close together and your toes are touching each other. Now keep your hands on your knees. Make sure that your chin is parallel to the ground. Keep your spine straight and keep your body relaxed. Now, breathe in and breathe out normally and stay relaxed in this posture for some time. Vajrasana makes the muscles of your thighs and calves strong. This asana improves the digestive process. Vajrasana makes the nerves of your legs strong. This asana gives relief from the pain in your lower back and sciatica. Vajrasana gives firmness to your spine and helps to keep it straight. Please avoid doing this asana if you are experiencing pain in your knees or have injured your ankles. People suffering from piles should avoid doing this asana. After staying in the Vajrasana pose for some time, bend your body to the right while straightening your left leg, and then bend your body to the left while straightening your right leg. Now, relax in the Dandasana pose. Doing Vajrasana regularly strengthens your body and improves your concentration. It also gives you peace of mind.
Now we will discuss regarding Trikonasana, because there are 4 asana: Vajrasana, Hastasana, Trikonasana, and Ardhamatsyendrasana. But dear student, we will discuss only 2 asanas here, and in later videos, next videos, we will discuss Ardhamatsyendrasana and Hastasana, because they are also performed in different lifestyle diseases, that is in diabetes and hypertension. So what is Trikonasana? That we will discuss the procedure, the benefits, and the contraindication. Again, the procedure, benefit, and contraindication, this is in your syllabus. So please stick with the procedure, benefit, and contraindication only.
Trikonasana. This asana is called so because while doing this, our body parts, namely the hands, legs, and backbone, form the shape of a triangle. To perform this asana, please stand straight. Spread your legs at a comfortable distance from each other. Slowly raise your arms so that they are in line with both your shoulders. Please ensure that your arms are straight and leveled, not above or below, nor in front or behind each other. Keeping your left foot straight, turn your right foot at an angle of 90 degrees. Take a long, deep breath. And now, exhaling, slowly bend your body towards the right from your hip. Try to touch your right ankle with your right hand and raise your left hand up towards the sky. It is possible that some of you may find it difficult to touch your ankle. In that case, extend your hand as far as you comfortably can. Stay relaxed in this position for a while. Breathe in normally and breathe out. Feel your whole body relaxing. Inhaling slowly. Come back to your upright position.
Abduction, shoulder extension, rotation, joint performing joints, which joints are involving in the Trikonasana. It is shown in the picture. Now we will discuss what type of question may be asked in the CBSE. 1 marks question. Which of the following asana should not be practiced for obesity? Vajrasana, Trikonasana, Ardhamatsyendrasana and Savasana. We have discussed. This is Savasana, which is not performed in obesity. The next question is obesity means accumulation of fat. It is not burning of fat, less insulin produced, enlargement of fat. The next question is choose the asana which is performed for obesity. Here is Sukhasana, Salavasana, Vajrasana and Gomukhasana. Vajrasana is the correct answer. And the next question is BMI of an obese person will be, we have discussed earlier this, the BMI will be 30 or greater than 30. So this kind of question may be asked. So you can make similar question, objective type question for the examination point of view. You can also make these type of question. Now the 3 marks and 5 marks question. Define obesity, explain the procedure and benefits, contraindication of any two asana which helps to reduce obesity. That you can explain here Vajrasana and Trikonasana. It might be asked in 3 marks or 5 marks. Ardhamatsyendrasana and Vajrasana helps to reduce obesity. Discuss in detail. We have given the sample Ardhamatsyendrasana, Vajrasana. We will discuss this asana in diabetes. So you can write Ardhamatsyendrasana and Vajrasana, the procedure, the benefits and contraindications, and you can get the full marks. So that's it. Thank you very much. You can